Hello all, hello my dear kids. One more time, I'm back. This is Vidun Raj from Cochin, Kerala, signing in from this part of the world. Okay, so I know these studies and all is not going well. Most of the schools is been in a chaos to open because of this corona situation. You are very much familiar of that. So traditional education, traditional classes won't be happen till September. That's the government order. But we will try to catch up with these online classes. Okay, this is only an introduction for the science part of 8th standard. Before that, you must bring something into your mind. From LKG, from Anganwadi to first, second till 7th standard, you already studied a lot. Mathematics, science, social, Hindi, English, Kannada, what all subjects. But now it's the time to be a bit more practical regarding our subjects. Okay, within 3 years you must choose which part you must select for your higher education. Science is a good option. I'm not telling that science is the only option. It's also a good option. Other options are there. You can choose arts field. You can choose sports, literature. Even commerce is also a very good field to make your education burst fail. But what is the importance of being in 8th standard? You are already promoted to high school. And high schools means same like all the other classes. But one important thing is there that you are beginning your career here. Okay? The stepping stone to your bright future is being made in this class. It is not difficult syllabus. 8th standard syllabus is very simple. Regarding the 9th standard, it's very simple, but all these ways you must need it. Even if you are not opting science as your main after the SSLC examination, then also you must have some basic knowledge regarding all those things you are studying in your textbook. It's a common thing. Every human beings need that thing. If you don't know a simple thing like which side sun rises and which side sun sets, it's a simple base. Even if you are choosing any field, you must know all these basic things. So now it's a time to get a bit more serious regarding education. After that, 9th will come, 10th will come, PUC first year, second year, and higher studies. Okay, so bring your mind, bring your confidence, everything back, and just make the studying as easy as possible. Okay, this is the first chapter of 8th standard science, and the syllabus is changed, but now it is crop production and management. Crop production and management. It's only a basic chapter, and actually for this chapter there is no need of any explanation or a class. Almost 80% of the entire things in that textbook you are very much familiar of all those things. But there will be something new to study, isn't it? Even if we are learning it 100 times, if we read it for the 101 time, there is something new. Okay, so there is nothing to worry about. It's as simple as you see. Only this much is the first chapter. Only this much. The length of the chapter is like 15 or 16 pages are there, but it's as simple as you see in this board. So the name is for production and management, and after that we will study what is a crop. What is the difference between an ordinary plant and crop? Then we will go through different seasons. This is not that seasons we are following. Like this is not a climatic season. It's crop seasons. Seasons which is very useful to grow particular types of crops. And at the same time we will go through basic practice. This is the most important part of this chapter. Actually, this is for exam. I won't say this chapter is that much important, but question will come for exams. But these all things, as a human being, you must know all these things. Especially if you are an Indian, you know that India is a country. It's a big country, isn't it? It's the seventh largest country in the world. And not only that, India is almost, for the entire Indians, mostly they are depending upon agriculture. Majority of them, majority, at least 65 percentage, if my max is correct, 65 percentage of our entire population is depending upon agriculture for their primary economy. A lots of people are working in cities and all, but 65 percentage of our entire population is depending upon agriculture. That's why agriculture sector is also known as primary sector. Okay, so primary sector means mostly agriculture, farming, and all those related things. Is that clear? Okay. Tell me, daily we need to eat food, drink water, breathe air. It's a common thing. But we need food, isn't it? These water and air, from the day you have taken birth, when you are born, from that day to till now, water and air hasn't changed. Daily. Daily. 800 means mostly you are being like 13 years old or 14 years old. Daily you are breathing the same air. Can you change that? Okay, I want some change. Okay, I am bored with breathing oxygen daily, so that I am going for carbon dioxide for 2 days. Can we make that? No. Because oxygen is our primary need. We need our air to breathe in and exhale out carbon dioxide. That's the main energy we are consuming from the atmosphere or the environment. Because we cannot change that. How many years after also, if you are 50 years, just imagine 50 years after now, that time also you are breathing the same air, drinking the same water. Just imagine 10,000 years before now, our great grandfathers, great grandmothers and all, they are also doing the same thing. We are breathing the same air they breathed that much years ago. We are drinking the same water they had done that much years ago. Isn't it? There is no change in that. But regarding this food becomes you. We need food to survive. Mostly the food what we are eating, it will provide the essential vitamins, minerals and also lots of carbohydrates and energy for our daily work. Isn't it? But there is a difference in food. Even if the people in America or Australia or Japan, they are drinking same water we are drinking, they are breathing the same air we are breathing. But the food they are consuming, it's a bit different. Okay, the food they are consuming. Anyway, what all food we are consuming, it will change into glucose and will run through our blood vessels. That's the energy. But different types of food. What's the reason for that? What we are eating here, the people in Japan, they are not eating the same food. Their menu of food is not same like us. The same thing. Just think about America, not one of the richest country, the richest country in the world. The people who are living there, they are also eating food, but their daily diet of food is not like we are doing. Just imagine our own country. The people, mostly we are in South Indians, okay, we are South Indians, and just imagine about North India, the Himalayan area, the Kashmir and all. Their food is also different than us. So why is like that? Anyway, they are breathing the same air, they are drinking the same water, but the food they are eating is a bit different. Okay, that's where this seasons comes. Okay, that's the point why we need to study about crop seasons. And not only that, just think one more thing. Have you seen agricultural lands? Sorry. Have you seen? Maybe most of your parents, maybe they are farmers, or you are living in urban areas, city areas. You have some relatives, those who have agricultural land. When you are going to their home to spend your summer vacation or the summer holidays, you must have seen all those things, what is happening in their agricultural land. Daily in the morning time, lots of people will come to the land, they will use lots of tools to dig the soil, and they will sow some seeds. Sowing means that throwing away that seeds, distributing it to the entire field. They are doing that. After that, they are irrigating. Irrigation means pouring water for agriculture. These all things they are doing. After that, when the fruits or vegetables are they get ripe, you will harvest it. Harvesting means to take it for our own purpose. So all this thing is happening around our country. I think that most of you are very familiar with these things, isn't it? But just have you ever imagined that how the food we need comes to our home? Anyway, in our home we are not making all these things. How many of you have vegetable gardens, fruits gardens, or a big area so that we can grow what all food crops we need? It's very difficult. Practically it is impossible. Understand? Practically it is impossible to grow all the things what we need. Only the plants we see, only the plants around us, what we see, they can produce their own food. We don't want to feed any plant. Are we feeding them anything? Daily we are preparing food and all in our home. Are we feeding that to our plants? Anyway, around you there will be lots of plants in your garden, in your courtyard. Away from your home also you can see trees and all. Are we feeding them with this food what we are using? For example, in special holidays and all, we will make sweets like rasgulla, gulab jamun and all. Are we giving that to plants directly? Or just plant, oh my mango tree, just eat it? Are you doing that? No. Why? Because they don't need that food. The plants, they can make their own food. That's why the plants are called as producers. Okay, plants, mostly the plants, trees, some of the algae, they can produce their own food. That's why we call them the producers. But in the case of animals, you have lots of pet animals also at your home, like cat, dog. Domestic animals are there, cow, hen, goat, sheep, isn't it? But the animals, have you seen they are making their own food? Anyway, you won't allow animals to get into your kitchen. But from where they are getting this food? If you just let a cow to walk around a courtyard, the cow will go and eat these plants or grass. Isn't it? Because that's their food. If you are making a good chicken curry and giving it to the cow, will the cow eat it? No, because they are herbivores, isn't it? They are herbivores, they will only eat vegetarian food. Okay? But at the same time, if you are making a good vegetable salad and you are giving it to your cat or dog maybe dog will eat, you are giving it to the cat, that cat will eat it? No, because they are carnivores. Actually, mostly these pet animals, they are omnivores like human beings, they will eat all. But at the same time, they are carnivores also, they will eat other animals. Understand? So all these food and all, from where it is coming? And one more main thing about this agriculture, it is not about only plants, vegetables and all. Agriculture means, it also means that growing these cattle, like cow, hen, sheep, duck and all, that also is a part of agriculture. It is called as mixed farming or animal rearing. That I think we are not studying in this chapter, but it is also a part of agriculture. Growing animals or rearing animals for our own use. We will get egg, milk, meat, for our daily use, that is also a part of agriculture. So come back to our chapter. What is the importance of the agriculture? Daily, your mother is preparing variety types of dishes for you. In the morning time, some special, in lunch time, something special, dinner also something special. But from where they are getting all these food? From where? Okay, from shops, isn't it? But the shops, how they are getting this food? The shop, the rice we want to buy means just go to the shop and buy 10 kg or 20 kg of rice or 20 kg or 10 kg of wheat. From where the shop are getting all those things? The cycle of the agriculture begins from preparing the soil. Okay, preparing the soil of an agricultural land. After that, sowing the seeds, manure and fertilizers. Difference between manure and fertilizers, one important point in this chapter. After that, irrigation, pouring water, providing water for these food crops to grow. Protection of food crops from different types of weeds, different types of insects, parasites and all. Next, harvesting. Is it very beautiful to hear that word, harvesting? After that, storing the food. This is a particular cycle and this is the most important part in this chapter. It's a very simple thing. It's a very simple thing. We will conclude these all things within 3 classes, maximum 4. Maximum 4 classes is enough for that. So, let us start. Let us see how all those food we need is coming to our grocery it's coming to our kitchen, isn't it? Let's see. So anyway, you know that agriculture is the base of everything in our country. Even the people who are working in urban areas, software engineers, doctors, other engineers, civil engineers, mechanical engineers, accountants, bank managers, chartered accountants, scientists, sportsmen, cricket players, even Sachin Tendulkar, Virat Kohli are also eating the same food which is made in some agricultural land, isn't it? Have you seen the sportsmen doing any agriculture while they are playing? No. But they are also depending upon the agriculture. Okay, that's the importance of agriculture in our country. Okay, the name of the chapter is crop production and management. Crop production, you know what is crop production? Producing the needed crops, what we need. Actually, it's a plant, isn't it? Tomato grows in plant, rice grows in plant, wheat in plant, onion. Most of the things we are growing in particular plants. But why we are using this word crops, food crops, commercial crops, for example cotton, tobacco, that commercial crops. For money we are making it. Can we eat cotton? No. For money we are making these types of crops that are called as commercial crops. Food crops means wheat, rice, ragi, jowar, corn, all are food crops. So why we are using this crop, not plant? So the definition of crop is large scale cultivation. Cultivation means if you are growing a particular plant in huge areas. Isn't it? For example, paddy or rice. Have you seen paddy fields? In that entire land they will cultivate only one plant and that plant is called as paddy. Have you seen any mango trees in between paddy fields? Or any coconut trees in the center of paddy field? Practically it is foolishness to do that. You cannot see that. Okay? So paddy field means only paddy is cultivated. That means large scale cultivation. Large scale cultivation of a particular plant is called as crop. Understand? Maybe it will be paddy, maybe it will be wheat, or what all things. Mangoes, pomegranate, groundnut, ragi, jowar, what all. If we are cultivating it in huge numbers, it is called as crops. Okay, not plants. That is the definition of crop. One more question. Okay. Next, we want to go to this tariff rabi. Okay, I forgot to write the heading. These are crop seasons. Okay, crop seasons. These crop seasons. Okay. Mostly our Indian farmers are depending upon two types of seasons. Okay, two types of seasons. This named as Kharif and Rabi. Okay, it's not like our climatic seasons, no? Winter season, rainy season, spring, summer, retreating monsoon. No, not that. This is regarding growing of crops. Some crops they need a particular time to grow. For example, the tea, the daily we are drinking tea or not. Some of you will drink coffee also. Tea and coffee. Can you cultivate this tea and coffee in your home, near your home? No, it is also very impossible because these crops, these tea or coffee, they are called as plantation crops. Plantation crops. So, for the cultivation of this tea and coffee, we need a different type of climate and different type of region also. For example, in winter season, we can say that tea and coffee can be cultivated if the climate is very cold. During winter season, our area is also very cold, but we cannot cultivate that in our area. Why? Mostly tea. Why? Because it needs another type of soil and another type of weather condition. Understand? Mostly the tea grows in mountain areas. Okay, mountain areas, mostly in the Himalayan region like Assam and all, and some part of these western Ghats like Kodagu and all. You know that the western Ghats region, the hilly areas in our Karnataka. We will study that in social science, not in science. Okay. So all these crops which is cultivated in different parts of our country, we can have it in our home, isn't it? We can get the tea which is already made in Jammu and Kashmir, in some parts of Kerala, Tamil Nadu. We are getting it in our home. Just go to shop, we can buy that. How it is possible? That is called as management. Understand? Production and management. Crop production means ordinary agriculture, what we are doing in the field. But this management of that food crops means make it available in each and every part of our country. Isn't it? Nowadays this food management is reached international level. It's called as globalization. What all things the people are making in different countries, from Europe, from Japan, from America, from Brazil, Russia, Cuba, Africa, we are getting in our shops, isn't it? So no. Yes, of course. Chocolate. A simple chocolate. From where you are getting chocolate? From shop. You know from where that cocoa is made? Mostly in Africa. Mostly. In our country is also there, but mostly these chocolate things come from Africa. Understand? That is the management of this food crop. These are the main things about this chapter. So again we can go through these seasons. So anyway, I told before that regarding this rice, you have seen rice fields. Already you have seen. How is it? Where we are cultivating rice? In hilly areas or in plain land? Yes, of course, we want to cultivate rice in plain lands. And if you again just concentrate into that field, we can see that there will be water at the bottom of that plant. Isn't it? Mostly every time there will be water. That means rice needs a lot of water to grow. Am I right? At the same time, have you seen groundnut plants? That much water is not required for groundnut, isn't it? So no. Have you seen leveled water surface and the bottom of groundnut plants? No. So different patterns are there to cultivate these crops. Okay. So rice must be cultivated in areas where there is good water, lots of water. Understand? That's why mostly we cultivate rice during Rainy season. Understand? Rainy season. That why it is called as Kharif crops. Kharif crops is nothing but what all crops which is cultivated during rainy seasons. Understand? Mostly the seeds are sown. Sowing of seeds. Seeds are sown during the month of June and July. In our country, June, July is considered as monsoon season or rainy season. That's why that types of crops or that season is also called as Kharif. Kharif season is nothing but rainy season. Okay? Rainy season. And what all crops we are cultivating during that particular season, it is called as Kharif crops. It's also known as rainy crops. Okay? The best example is rice. If you want to cultivate rice, we need a lot of water. And the best option is go for the rainy season. Understand? What happens if we cultivate rice in summer season? It is not impossible. It is not impossible to cultivate rice during summer season. But if this thing is there, what is that? Irrigation. If irrigation facility is there, we can cultivate rice in summer season also. In some part of our country, rice is being cultivated during summer season. But irrigation facility must be maximum in that areas. Okay? Some parts of Kerala, some parts of this West Bengal and all, they are also cultivating rice during summer season. But mostly in most part of our country, rice we are growing during rainy season. That's why it is called as Kharif crop. Rice is the best example for Kharif crop. Okay. Another example is groundnut. Okay. The next season is Rabi season. Okay. Rabi season. Rabi season is winter season, isn't it? In the case of Kharif, the seeds are sown during the month of June, July and harvested. Where is the harvesting? Harvested during the month of September and October. Okay, September and October. Mostly 6 months we need to harvest rice. The same thing about Rabi, winter season. Which month? Mostly October or November. The seeds are sown during the month of October or November and harvested during March or April. That is called as Rabi crops. The best example is wheat. Okay, these are the two main important crop seasons of our country. Understood? Never forget these names. It's a 2-mark question. Okay, Kharif or Rabi or difference between Kharif crop and Rabi crop. With example you will try. The best example is rice for Kharif crop. Rain means water, rice needs water. Winter, Rabi, wheat. Wheat does not needs that much water. Okay, that much irrigation is not needed for wheat. That's why it is a Rabi crop. Okay, doubts clear? It's fine? 100%? Okay, next then we can move to the next part. It is about basic practices of this crop production. Basic practices. How we are producing these crops. This is the main thing you must learn here. This first one is the crop management definition of crop. These two types of season and during which season that crops are harvested and example for 1 or 2 examples maximum for these crops. Okay, anyway, the note I will give you read that note. It will be very simple. Is that simple or not? Okay, the main part of this chapter is the basic practices which we are following for the production of food crops. Okay, 1 second. Okay. These things, the first one is the preparing soil, sowing, add manure, irrigation, protection, harvesting and storing. At least within 2 classes we will finish that. Okay, notes and all after these classes I will give to you. And also in that WhatsApp group of our school, we'll give some important notes and also some diagrams. Some of the diagrams you don't want to study during this year, but for the next year it is important. So some basic things I will give. It is not concerning 8th standard, but for your higher studies. Anyway, that much time is not there during this corona time. Traditional system of classes and all, we cannot follow that. So all things are giving, just write it into a CW, make buy one book and make it your science classwork, and that's notes and all, just copy it into that and keep it neat and clean. Okay, and one more time, today's class time is over. The next class we will discuss about these all different methods, okay, different basic practices regarding the crop production. Okay, till then, Mithun Raj signing off from this part of the world. Corona time, okay, it's a corona time. Stay at home, stay safe, drink a lot of water, and obey your parents. Okay, okay, my dear kids. Till then, goodbye from this side, and Jai Hind.